G'day guys, Jenko here from Locked In Low for Expo. We're working on Longy once again. About 2 weeks out for the Melbourne 4 Drive Show, and this car is meant to be driving down there with us. It's getting there. We've got the front guards and the bonnet on. The rear doors we put on Thursday night. The rear tailgate's on. All the door rubbers are on. Now it's just down to the front grille and just sort of stuff like that. The front doors, Brad had to buy GQ ones because the original MQ ones were actually rusted out. So he's gone for the GQ ones, but we're getting there very slowly. So due to Longy having a pretty rough previous life before Brad got it, we're going to tidy up a bit of wiring because it'd be a bit awkward if we're driving down to Melbourne and it catches fire. But I'll show you what we have to completely fix. Yeah. And it's not pretty. Check all that.
Yeah.
It's a bit awkward. But between that and finding where everything is.
Yeah.
I'll show you the engine bay. It's a little bit messy, we've got parts and that everywhere, but being a 24 volt vehicle, it's quite an interesting setup. Obviously two batteries, 2 starting batteries. So the wiring actually under the bonnet's alright, it's more under the dash. So because you guys actually don't know, there's a bit of a secret to turning off Longy. It doesn't sort of just work on and off like the key like a normal four-wheel drive would. It's a bit special. It's got a bit of a switch here. So this is red handle here. I'll try and show you as best I can. That is connected to the injector pump in the engine bay. Well, you can turn it on like normal, like so. Leave that pushed in, starts, runs fine, do whatever you want. But to turn it off, you've got to turn your key off and pull that red switch right out. Bit of a weird setup, but it's almost like an anti-theft device. But I pulled off this section here to clean up that wiring, and I noticed that it was quite loose. It's not meant to be like that. So that's another thing we've got to do. But yeah. So all the electrical side is basically done and tidied up now. It's just all got to go back together, and all the bad joins and all the messy wiring has been pulled off or fixed, and we're just doing a bit of soldering at the moment. So it's cooking down at my feet there. It's getting a bit warm. And just seeing what we have left over and what we can fix or need to cut out. Or still a long way to go. 2 weeks. What a countdown. If you want a bit of a cheaper solution than carpet or vinyl, Daz is just actually cutting to size this marine carpet that Brad bought off eBay, was it, Daz?
Yeah.
Off eBay. It's pretty cheap, I'm pretty sure. Off eBay it is. What isn't cheap off eBay? But there's another, cost-effective way if you want to do things on the cheap, building a bit of a play rig like Longy's going to be. Marine carpet. Check it out. We've had actually some big troubles here at Brad's shed. Coca-Cola, if you're watching this is a disgrace, and you really need to start making all your bottles in plastic again. Disgrace. We went to start up Longy to make sure it was running alright after playing around with the wires and so forth, just to make sure we didn't blow a fuse or anything silly like that. And somehow, we don't know how, the throttle actually got stuck on and revved really high. Luckily, no damage, but just a little bit of a oh god moment. Could have been a lot worse than what it turned out to be. Okay, so the missing screw. We're missing one screw from the injection cutoff that the previous owner put on it that I was telling you about before. We're missing one screw to mount it. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Parts everywhere. I tell you, this is going to be a long, hopefully it's going to be a long 2 weeks, because we need all the time we can get, especially when stuff goes missing. time out just before we have a bit of lunch to show you how rough Longy was before we got her, or a little bit of how rough it was. Show you the door card. These are the door cards for it. That blue there is the original interior colour. That green around is the overspray from what the car was originally. That's how rough the previous owner did it. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea on what we have to work with here. And it's all a bit like that everywhere. Like, see, this is the side of the dash. Gauge is up here. This is the actual side of it. That's green. Oh, I tell you, some blokes. Guys, so I've just finished an awesome day working on Longy. A couple of problems we sorted out. One being that the indicators weren't working. They've been sorted out. The wiring underneath the dash I showed you earlier, we've sorted that out. It's all nice and neat and tidy. So that's done. Basically all the doors have been now put on, all the rubbers, except for the front two. The rear glass has been put in. Just down here, the Deegans that Brad is going to trial on, they're on the car. So yeah, it's getting there slowly. So over the next week, we'll be showing you videos on the page or photos of what we're going to do through the week tour and try and get her hopefully done in the next 2 weeks before the Melbourne 4-wheel drive show. Hope to see you there, guys. Take it easy, and we'll see you out on track somewhere. Cheers, guys.